No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard dash. 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 Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when attacking like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Giants. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
All right, Lord, let's get it.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the ground, Kamara. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker.
There you go, defense. Let's go.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
70, Indy.
Catch made by Slayton. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And they go backwards.
No, wrong way,
here.
backwards,
Losing
baby.
yardage back at the 48-yard line.
That is the wrong
That'll
way.
set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Come on, set. 30 base.
Here we go, team. Here I come. Here I come.
From the gun, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrich Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57.
Let's see if it's enough. Let's see if it's enough. Go.
The midfield logo.
Oh,
It's a
barely. I'll take it.
58-yard attempt. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers, and he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you know,
man, I don't know why he keeps throwing that play.
So he's got
I'm not trying to throw it over there, I swear.
Getting negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Ugly.
Now, that was well defended. And
I don't like that play.
What you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Oh, give me interception.
Should have been intercepted, but it winds up
give him that interception.
Incomplete.
That was terrible.
Keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they were able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Here we go. Can't choose on. Watch the run.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And an alley to run. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Ooh,
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there,
the moves.
not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A good passing down here. They send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Come on, set. 90. Walk. Here we go, G. Get off the field.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. This is
easy.
caught
Good job, Chark.
inside the 15.
Too easy over there.
Touchdown, New Orleans. DJ Chark with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where we're going to be and what do we need to get. And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Back to you.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
Oh, that was not a fake. I threw it to X. That was not a fake.
Demario Davis coming in for the
Oh,
sack
Madden.
Man,
I love you, Madden.
So quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done
unbelievable.
to adjust and account for that?
Crazy.
But what you're hoping is that
That was a perfect play call, too.
You see and get a clue that
Good
maybe there's
defense,
going
I
to be some pressure
guess.
coming at you, and you change the blocking
Gotta give it to
schemes.
you.
Maybe
Gotta
you max
give it to
protection.
you.
The biggest one's maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean.
Oh, yeah, we
But
got all
in that
day.
case,
Bye-bye.
that
You ain't
didn't
catching him.
And this is caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
That was a giant touchdown, no lie.
A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
No
and the
lie.
Giants are going to jump back in front.
Home team pumped up
Good
today.
by Rosas. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are.
Oh, that was a pit. My bad.
That culminated in touchdown. I think they carry that confidence into this one.
Okay.
Doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
12
You gotta get that
yards
ball,
there,
Rob.
good
You gotta
for a
get that
Saints
ball every
first
time.
down.
Good play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jordan. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And for the third time here in this half, it's
There you go.
intercepted.
Not if Eric Reed got something to say about it, baby.
By Justin Reed. And
Justin
he'll be
Reed, my bad,
stopped
not
shy
Eric
of the
Reed.
15
Get your players right,
at the
Rob. You can call your
14-yard
players,
line on
call
the
them right.
return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Joker, 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 Joker.
Go.
Motion, 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 motion.
Hey, exit. Hit it.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game, because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback.
Oh, spin out of that. Let's go.
A first down run by Barkley, unsuccessful.
Spin
As he
out
won't
of
even
that.
get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 26-yard line. Here we go. 15 line. 15 line. Let's go.
Throwing Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught at the 20. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. And even 70 yards.
We ain't giving up nothing.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley.
Go for it.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
There's nothing holding me back.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football
Ouch,
back.
good play.
Well,
After all that, ouch, that's the worst.
Free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Look at the turn of
And this
events.
one into
Look at the
the
turn of
hands
events
DJ
all of a sudden.
Shark. The
Weak.
20, 10, touchdown,
Good play.
New Orleans. DJ Chark, 87 yards. And the Saints have retaken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Down.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series. 17
yards and a Giant first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Jones, and the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. 2nd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete.
Good job getting off of them.
Good protection that time, and they couldn't
job getting
hook up
off
on
of
the
that.
long one. Now it's
That's what I should have threw it to X right
there. The
there.
secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw.
Oh, there's the blitz.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Lightning speed that time from the corner. Marshawn Lattimore getting the sack. Here's Riley Dixon now. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
To a hit
because
why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
You won't be doing that in the NFL. You're going to get smacked up.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports.
Good half there, Lord. Good half.
Coach set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Ready. 18 Gator.
It's our field. It's our field.
A first down carry for Barkley.
Oh, not going that way.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 39, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn.
There you go, good pick. I thought he had beat.
First possession in the 3rd quarter and interception.
That's 2 of them, man.
Indeed.
2 of them. Can't be doing that. Should have the lead right now.
That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Yeah, nope.
It's incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this 2nd half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
There you go, Tua. Get down, baby.
Taken down, sacked back at the 2. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone.
All right, outrun his ass. You already know.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the
You
Giants
almost
will
got
begin
me.
this drive in good shape. 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready to go.
Oh, okay.
Throw left side,
that's
taken
what
in by
that is.
Slayton. Give him a couple on the catch. It's
Not
2nd
trying
and
to do
8.
all that.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones, and he finds Penny. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
70, Indy. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hit it.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4.
30 base. Mike, 58 right there. And let's pin the mirrors back. Now. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Rapid. Shoot.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
Now Jones off the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete.
Give me a little luckiness right there on that.
No call, and it's 3rd down.
Just a little luckiness.
Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. It's caught. Shepard. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They go back to the ground now with Barkley, and he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
It's too easy.
For now, it's a little more consistency.
Good play.
Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
First down, New Orleans.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
25, check 25, check 5, check 15, check 15.
He'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone.
Go, big boy. Go, big boy.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about throwing to his backup.
On first down,
no chance.
Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 25-yard line. On the double.
Spike 56.
They'll run it again with Barkley. He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
They're coming, they're coming.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Jones from the gun. He'll throw. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And
I won't be greedy. Take your points. You're 2 and 8, so
it's 20 to 14 now.
You don't have any room to be greedy.
But you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Oof, that's ugly. We ain't doing any of that.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah.
And he can't find a receiver.
Kenneth Murray, baby, let's go.
Down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively.
Big play, baby. Big play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. They've got his man.
Oh, heck no. Come on, man.
We got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes
Hit
remaining.
L1 on that. Good job.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw. It's caught at the 10.
Good play.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the
I was all over that, too. I let it go.
It's a
Let it
gain
go.
of 35. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 8-yard touchdown run, as they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Good play.
A very important extra point there, up and good.
All right, Rob, you know what to do, bud. Win this game. Win this game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me, you don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes back.
Oh, come on, man.
Throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw. This is Shepard on the catch. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Jones now throwing on 4th down.
In the game.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Good game, dude. Oh, man. This is just terrible.
It's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
And my goodness, another interception. Able to get there and pick it, but he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Get shorty, she support ride. Living up, never not on my grind. New York City time, nothing but better. You will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Putting live from the winning side. Let me try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, down the tide? You will never know. You ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wheel. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase double rings. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase double rings. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase double rings. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do, lace up the shoes,